What up? So, I don't got a fancy PowerPoint, but hope this gives some insight to what I want to do in my life. But yeah, y'all are just gonna have to listen to me because I got all the power in the room right now. So, yeah. What do I want to do? I want to be a PA. What is that? A physician's assistant. So, a physician's assistant, in a short definition, is a licensed medical professional that kind of works close with like doctors and nurses to care for patients. They can examine the patients, diagnose illness. They can work in even in a family practice, private practice. They can do emergency surgery, like emergency medicine stuff, even surgery. Like they can do that too. So they're not doctors, but they have more advanced training than nurses. So they get paid a little bit more. They spend more time with the patients than a doctor, but at the same time, they're more than a nurse as they like talk to the doctor. They can also write prescriptions, which is pretty cool. Considering that not a nurse can do that. So you can get your PA in the office to write you a prescription if the doctor isn't available. So what is the job like? So a PA, they can work in, hospitals, obviously clinics, things like that. Requires focus, obviously. Can be fast paced, could be slow, depending on where you work. If you work in a minute clinic, it's probably more faster than a private practice. It really depends on what field you choose in it. It depends. Hours wise, it really depends. You can work full time, obviously. That's what most PAs choose to do. And some elders who've been doing it for a minute choose to do evenings or holidays, weekends, just because they don't want to work as much, which is totally cool. It's cool. Yeah, but in short, PAs are trained more than nurses. They're highly trained medical professionals. Do some of the same tasks as doctors, but work under the doctor's supervision. Yeah. So let's get into skills you have to have for it. So in university, you need to be able to solve problems quickly, have good critical thinking, pay attention to details. Often you're asked to work under pressure, so you need to be able to be calm in those situations. For education-wise, so in college, you need to have a bachelor's degree. So obviously, exercise science here is a great, health science with exercise concentration is a great way to go. Sets you up great for PA school. Then you typically feed that into going into a master's degree in PA studies. So you go to a school of your choice that has a PA program, do it. You could also do an advanced learning program that, do that way. It really just depends on what your route is, how you kind of take classes. But at the end of the day, you have to end up with a master's degree to be a PA. At the end of your master's degree, you get an automatic entrance into the PA National Certifying Exam, or PANCE for short, PANCE, not what you're wearing. To get your state license. Cool. Salary wise, they make really good money. It's a great they get paid more than nurses. Typically men get paid more than women because it's a woman dominated field, but at the same time, obviously it's all open to everybody, so whatever you are. But the annual salary is around look it up. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Cool. They found in 2024 the average pay for a PA is $128,000. So it's pretty good if you ask me. Not bad. So let's move to our timeline. what's our action plan? Well, we know we got to get an undergrad degree in health science. That's going to be about 4 years. Then we got to get a PA degree, a master's degree. That's going to be 2 to 3 years, depending on your timeline, how long it takes to get accepted in a school like that. You have to get certified by the test. It's going to be a few months of studying and taking the test. So about 7 to 6 years, depending on what. Yeah, I know y'all. So, anyways, what's the action plan? We do move into that part now because apparently that's something we have to do. We got to do as a freshman. I'm gonna be keeping a good GPA. About 3.5 is a good median. You're gonna want to keep those grades up in your science and bio classes. That's important. You're gonna want to join a pre-health club. It's something that was suggested. You don't have to. It's just something like that. You're definitely gonna want to volunteer. Start getting your hours in, doing that. That's gonna be really important to really see if this is for you. And ultimately meet with your academic advisor, and he's gonna guide you where you need to go. Sophomore year, continue knocking out those science classes. Keep grinding in the classroom. You're gonna want to start shadowing sophomore year though. That's really important. Getting in the classroom, really doing that, knocking it out. You're also gonna want to. There's a couple options. From some research, some people become a CNA, which is a certified nursing assistant. You can get paid for that, or you can be a volunteer. It really just depends on what hospital you work at, what they're looking for. So if you can get paid, that's great. But if not, you can be a medical assistant, which is really just another volunteer. You can also do EMT, which is a pretty cool job, But all these count towards hours that you have to have as a prereq to get into PA school. So you're gonna want to do keep researching about being a PA, what's involved. So you're gonna want to learn about like how to apply, what's like the deadlines for it, and who you need to go to for it. It's really what you need to do. Cool. Oh, also lock in what type of PA you want to be in. Emergency room, you want to be in like pediatrics, like kind of figure that out. It's really good. Junior year, take some higher level classes, like you're definitely going to finish anatomies. Those are really important. You're going to want to there's a thing called the GRE. It's a test that sometimes the PA school requires. It's basically hold on one second, I'll pull it up. It's called the Graduate Record Examination. Standardized test. PAs have some ask for it. Basically to see 3 things: verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, analytical writing. Verbal reasoning, make sure you understand vocabulary, the stuff involved. Quantitative reasoning, you can problem solve, even using some math. Analytical writing shows you can think clearly. Not every school requires it, but could be important. So that's that. Then you're gonna wanna junior year really want to build up those hours. You want about 700 to 1,000 hours is really what you want to be. Maybe not 1,000, but around the 700 mark is really what you want right now, getting up to your next year, because you're really going to be starting to apply for these schools in the coming year. You want to have that locked in. And then you're going to want to get some recommendation letters from your professors as well going in. Obviously, he's getting your ducks in a line for the next part. Then senior year, you're going to want to apply to some PA programs. Your senior year, you should be locked in. Your 3 main choices, what you want to go to. You need to be locked in, apply to all of them, and and if you get in, great. If you don't, keep looking, but you want to be locked in at least 3. These are the schools I want to go to. Kind of narrow it down to those and figure that out. practice with classmates, practice with professors about interviews. Look into some financial aid for that. Scholarships can get expensive. Look into that. Graduate, obviously, it's really important. You got to graduate. That's what we're here for, right? So might as well. Post-grad, obviously, get into the PA program, knock that out, pass the exam, and then you're golden. Lock in for the rest of your life, and sounds good. But catch you. It's been fun, but yeah, see ya.